EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Bronco 80.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Ball at the 26. Second and 7. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here's Richardson to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Come on. 19 Lion. Cowboy it.
Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, but how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready?
Richardson looking to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Nick Benito coming in there to record the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting held up in the last couple of games.
They've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
It brings up 3rd and goal.
79 Broncos. Curve 19. Curve 19. Go.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he's got this down to the 35. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. Nix. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Ready. Stand here. Show. Captain. Away.
Here's Nix. Takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Back. Hey.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop it right at the line of scrimmage. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Richardson out of the shotgun. A quick throw there is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Spencer Schrader on for the Colts field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. Nix to the air. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the ball goes first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Second down and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8 at the 45-yard line.
Now it's Nix. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just need a yard here, second and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass caught right side by Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now third and 3.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Now it's Richardson. This ball nearly intercepted. Oh, once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. Fourth down, straight ahead.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on fourth down to punt this thing. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And With just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Another run here with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I established the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think they get back in balance, and it helps them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Over the middle, it's complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2 at the Colts 22-yard line.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. It looks like they'll move things around here. And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. To throw, here's Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
14 yards. And the Broncos first down. A gain of 14. First down.
On play action, here's Nix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Bombers.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. What's good on the extra point? And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this second half.
Well, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Lets one go downfield for Pierce. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it up himself. he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Good play and a well-timed run from Richardson to pick up the first.
First and 10. 50-yard line.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6. Now Richardson back to throw it. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now Richardson. That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 43, here's a second and 8. A give up the middle to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Throwing Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they do finally get him at the 12. A huge play there for Denver. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 9. In motion right goes Sutton. To throw is Nix. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. Cameron Bynum there defensively.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. QB sneak, Richardson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Second and goal.
Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with...
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. And it'll be brought down by the Colts. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Nix. Throwing for Dobbins on the crossing route. He's got him. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Captain.
Back to throw. Nix. Pressure comes and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. That is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Nix. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Dobbins running out of the gun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A gain of 6 on the play.
They'll try and run for it. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Here's a give to Dobbins. It's still fighting. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle for keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll pass across the 25.
Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark it down at the 39. Here's first down.
And the Colts first down. First and 10 at the 39.
Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Warren. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They'll try again here. Second and 10.
19 Tiger. Let's go.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
On the ready.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Richardson to throw it. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So now this one's going to rest on the foot of their second-year kicker. This a long one from 54. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Here's first and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.